Good day, and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. So in this video we're going to go through the Goku Kaioken EZA from the EZA area for the Hero Extermination event. He becomes an all-type 60% lead. He gains greatly raises attack and defense. Greatly raises attack and raises defense in his essay. He then gains an additional attack and defense of 70% at the start of turn, plus an additional attack of 50% when performing an attack with 3 or more agility key spheres, and gets a critical hit when he gets 5 or more agility key spheres. And then in terms of links, in terms of build, I probably would build him slightly more additional than crit. I just believe that greatly stacking attack and his defense are going to be really good for the event you're going to want to take him into, but I do think that it is okay to build them into crits because you're not going to get 5 AGL orbs that regularly. And then in terms of links, we've got Kamehameha, shocking speed, sane lineage, over in a flash, and shattering the limit. So pretty straightforward links. All in the family is going to be an important one for that defensive buff. But he's got some pretty good key links in shocking speed and over in a flash, and obviously Kamehameha is quite common among Goku family units. In terms of teams that he will be very good on, I think Pure Sans is probably the best team that he's going to be on. Pure Sans, Goku's family, that'll probably be the gist of whatever teams you're going to want to run him on realistically. He could be a good filler in for the Pure Sans SBR and possibly for the full power SBR, but that's going to be about it. So we'll run him on this team. In terms of this team, we actually don't finish this Dokkan event. We get knocked out. So yeah, there were a couple units here that were not such good calls and didn't take such good damage, I should say. But in terms of this Goku, it's going to be quite interesting. He links pretty well with this free-to-play Goku, this physical free-to-play Goku Angel. He also links pretty well with the Angel SS2 Agility Goku, and he links pretty well. Anyone with all in the family is immediately going to be an okay linking partner for this Goku, just because sharing all in the family is such a good defensive link. And anyone who's got shocking speed or over in the flash, so like the strength Mr. Gohan, really going to help them with linking. But all in the family is the most important link here. Kamehameha is too common for it to be an issue. He links very well actually with the strength Pan LR, weirdly enough. And this Int Goku as well, he also links with. So once this Int God Goku or some of the God Gokus get EZAs, it's going to be interesting to see how he links up with all the different members involved. Very impressed by this Goku's defense, by the way. This free-to-play Goku. He's pretty good considering he doesn't have another Goten on the field, so he's not increasing his attack and defense further. But yeah, so in terms of this Goku himself, this EZA Goku, this Rainbow EZA Goku, he's pretty good. I wouldn't say he's, a rock star unit or anything like that. But he's really solid. I think he'll be great in events like the LGE. He'll be stacking his defense. He'll be getting greatly raised his attack. So he'll be very useful for long form events. He might have a slot on the normal agility mono SBR and on some of the pure sands and normal SBR. But I just don't know if his start of turn defense is good enough for the majority of SBR. So there we go, he's got quite a few links active there. I'm just trying to keep the agility Gohan on rotation there. Obviously Kamehameha would have activated if we had stuck him in the middle, but we are a little bit concerned about destroying this Broly. This Gohan's a good support, so there is some support there, but 82k defense, really good off the bat. Obviously there is some support from the Gohan in the 20% Goku's family support there, and he's got 4 links activated, but all in the family is going to be the important link from a defensive aspect. So beyond that, there's nothing else really influencing his defense. 82k is pretty good. Obviously it is a rainbow card, but I mean you can get some extra defense from his shocking speed, from his Over in the Flash. You can get it from an increase still in All in the Family. So that could go up to, maybe close to 90k with a fully max level linked Goku. Plus, I mean, that wasn't the best of sports. It wasn't like a 30-40% support. And he does stack defense, so next turn we should be seeing him closer to the 100k mark, which is probably having a 100k first turn defense is what I would say is a sign of a decent defensive unit. Obviously you get units that won't be there but will deal massive damage or are utility based. That's fair enough. But just talking about, having a good benchmark for, like, is this unit good to take into different varieties of content? I would say 100k at the current moment is where it's at. Depending on obviously the event. I mean, Extreme SBR, you're probably looking at more like 130k is really where you want your tankier units to be. But not always, they can always stack and everything. So different things to take into account. But so like I was saying, good defensive stat there for the first turn. We've got him linked here with the Kaioken. Yeah, we've got him linked here with the God Goku, the Int God Goku. He doesn't have an easy A yet, so hopefully this God Goku does get an easy A because he will be looking much better after he gets one. And we can maybe see, just some better performance. I'm going to contemplate using a Princess Snake here. The reason being is that I kind of want to just get Goku the best stat he can in this rotation because he's got quite a lot of links activated, and he's looking right. We have close to 90k defense, so that's pretty good. Obviously we have All in the Family activated, but we'll see what happens here. This Goku took a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. And 1.1 million. So, not great. Honestly, not great. I mean, 1.3 mil. Better there. The thing with Goku, right, is once you get like 3 agility orbs for him, his attack damage is going to skyrocket because of the way the whole passive incorporates everything. So his passive will skyrocket. He's gonna like jump up in damage, and he's gonna go from like 1 million or so to like 1.2 million or something. To 2.2 million. Sorry. So that is something to keep in mind. We will change the team a bit and go in. We have the AGL SS2 Goku Angel here. We've taken that previous Goku, the physical one, the free-to-play option as well. Goku links really well with both of those cards. And he links really well with Pan, who's also going to be a good first slot tank for this Goku for most content, if she activates her damage reduction. So, we just kind of push through here. We're going to move this Goku off rotation so that he can hopefully line up with the other Goku and make him some AGL orbs. This Goku, the thing about him is he's so dependent on AGL orbs that you almost have to run him with this SS2 Goku. This SS2 Goku and this Goku, they're going to share some links. They share All in the Family. They share either Shocking Speed or Over in the Flash. I think it's Shocking Speed. So, like, these two are going to link decently. They share 3 links, which, it's not a lot, but it's good. All in the Family, the most important link. But it's the creation of the orbs that's really going to elevate, like, their synergy as a team. Here's the way that this Goku can feed other Goku with AGL orbs. He can guarantee him getting that damage buff. Yeah, it's very impressive. So we'll take a look here. Obviously we're not going to get the 3 AGL orbs that we need, but we will do a solid amount of damage here. We do have support from this card. Is also a pretty decent pairing partner. It's also another free to play card, but it's a pretty decent pairing partner with this Goku. They share all in the family. Again, Kamehameha. And I think they share Saiyan lineage as well. So there we got another 1.2. So we can see without the 3 orbs at 100%, he's going to be sitting at around that 1.1, 1.2, 1.3-ish mark, which, isn't bad. I mean, but for a rainbow card that just got its EZA in 2021, it's, it's not bad, but it's not exceptional. It's not, super impressive. But it's not really Goku's fault. I mean, he's dependent on those orbs to feed him, which means you kind of have to run him with 1 card. And you need stages that last longer than a turn, because you kind of need the stages to stay the same so that you can plan where the orbs are dropping, which is very important when you're dealing with orb-based units. But yeah, defensively I like what we've seen, for sure. I think card that starts at 80, 90k defense before link leveling, and then can raise its defense every turn, is a card that's going to be super solid for a lot of content. So at this moment in time, I'm very happy about his defense. In terms of damage, it's going to be difficult, but I would say the main thing about him is that you're going to need to get the orbs. Obviously, yes. But one thing I really would have liked is if they just changed the crit to like 6 orbs of any type, maybe, would be easier than getting 5 AGL orbs and just make them more viable on other teams. But yeah, so we got all in the family activated. We're going to keep the support on rotation. We finally have some AGL orbs, which is really, really good. We're going to grab all of those. You can see his defense now is at 126. So let's sit there, and that's after 2 supers. So it was 126. That's with his support. But still, that's a decent increase from last turn. I think he was at 96k or so before he supered. So he's gone up to 126 with the same level of support, which is pretty good. Yeah, there we go, 2 million. That's much better. So yeah, you can see straight away the big impact of having those extra orbs and that extra 50%. Goku went from having 1.1 and 1.2 million as attack stats to just shucking 2 million without being link leveled, which is really good. And plus 126k defense. It was only his 2nd time out. So I mean, right away we can see where this Goku's uses lie. We can see how he's going to perform, and we can assess him from there. So yeah, overall I'm quite happy with how this Goku's going. I think what we'll do is we'll try and hold off from super attacking for now. And we'll get another turn in with Goku, and then hopefully if we don't super attack again, we can get another turn in with him with B-Pan. So we can hopefully see, maybe 2 or 3 good attack stats in a row, which would be good. I mean, if you can get 2 or 3 2 million attack stats in a row, I think that is a solid amount, and with solid regularity, that I would say he's not bad offensively. If you can't, in a normal Dokkan battle or in a normal team, manage to control or get your orbs done to the point where you can't actually get like the damage output that you need off the unit, then that does mean that the unit is a little bit limited. If only to AGL teams, that's fine, but I mean, he's still limited to some degree. So yeah, it's just something that we want to just kind of check, and obviously see how we go with that. We've got the Goku here, so we've got this Goku here, so yeah, I mean, looking okay. Trying to figure out how to get the AGL orbs, which is obviously a big deal. We've got 4 links activated, so we're looking okay. If we drop, okay, so we can get the 3 AGL orbs, pretty good, pretty straightforward. So you're sitting at 160k. It's 160k defense, so pretty good. Obviously, we've got quite a bit of buffs floating around on this team. Yeah, we've got the AO, Goku, and Gohan. Sorry, the tech, the tech Goku and Gohan, and the AGL Goku, and we've got the physical Goku as well, providing a buff. So, yeah, let's see how we go in terms of damage here. We've got our 3 AGL orbs. So 2.4, pretty good, pretty good. So that was a 2.2, 2.4. It's because he's greatly stacking his attack that his attack will rise quite substantially, which is also quite a perk of him. Even if you have him as a floater, you know, it's always nice that when they come back they are improving. So attacks and defense is improving there, so that's pretty good. And then we'll also skip a couple attacks with this team and see where they end up. We'll also try to get the agility orbs to fall for him, but I don't use any like orb changer items or anything when reviewing units. I just absolutely refuse to. Like, it's good for nuking, 100%. If a unit is a nuking unit and you change orbs to show off how they're doing in a nuking event, I think that's perfectly acceptable. But I don't approve of using any form of orb changes for content when you're showcasing them. If you want to use them to get some insane attack stats and stuff, then you go for it, man. If you want to use them, like if you have some kind of crazy nuke lineup designed to take out SBR in a single blow, you do it, dude. Like, it's all good. Like, enjoy. But I just don't think it's good for showing off the unit. I think it doesn't highlight the unit's weaknesses. I think it's okay to bring units along that fit in the team to allow you to improve on that unit and to show who he needs to run with. I think that's great. But yeah, beyond that, I think, you know, that's as good as it gets. So we got Pan here. We'll activate Pan's active skill, and we'll just see how much damage we can do. So we've only got the 3 links activated here, but we do have support from, well, we'll get Kamehameha when he supers, but we'll get support. So we got the 4 links, but we'll get support from the Goku Gohan. We've got the boost from Pan's skill. So this should be the highest attack stat that we see on him. So we'll get a look at that now. 164k, pretty good. Solid defense. Obviously we're now at turn 8. But that'll just show you that in events like the LGE, the Infinite Dragon Ball history, all that sort of stuff, he will be perfectly fine. Yeah, just forgive me, I had to redo the active skill footage because basically screwed up selecting the orbs. So yeah, I ended up taking the wrong orbs. So I just quickly reset that and went for it again. You can do that by closing the app. I don't always suggest it, but yeah, it's helpful when you're trying to do a review. So you got to see the setup again. Nothing wrong. So yeah, we'll get Pan to attack. She won't do enough damage to kill Broly, not at all. And then we'll see the highest attacks that we probably can get without link leveling the sky. So 3.2 million. I'm happy with that because, you know, he got 2.2, 2.4, and 3.1 with Pan's active skills. So it does show, as long as you keep agility orbs floating around, that you're going to be able to get some decent attack stats with this guy. And I think his defense is good. I think it's solid as long as you get all in the family. I think it's solid enough defense from that aspect that this guy can definitely be quite useful in a couple stages. In fact, if he's getting 2 or so million and he's stacking defense, he may actually be an alright unit for the agility SBR. Maybe we'll try him in there, but yeah, he could be a solid option. As a floater, maybe just for dealing out some really good damage, because units there are still relatively squishy. So yeah, we'll take a look and we'll see. But this SS2 agility Goku is going to be mandatory for whatever team you're taking him on. You need this SS2 agility Goku. It's not going to make him a perfect card, but it's really just going to help increase his access to agility orbs, which is, you know, a big buff for him. But yeah, let's get to that part of the video where we take a look at who Goku links with and how he links with them, and just, yeah, take a better look at the card in general, and just give our final thoughts on things. So yeah, All in the Family seems like it's the very critical link from a defensive aspect. Saiyan Lineage as well is a super solid link due to the fact that Over and a Flash and Shocking Speed are good key links, but they can be a little bit inconsistent in terms of who you can run them with and who can be run with them. So in terms of crucial links, I definitely think that All in the Family is the most crucial link. So I think if you're going to take this Goku, take him on a team or take him in a team where you can activate this All in the Family link. As long as you get that down, the Goku should be alright. And as you can see, obviously, it's fairly common. These guys have it. We saw them linked with him. They share 3 links with them, which is really good. Kamehameha as well. All in the Family, which is really, really good. And Shattering the Limit. So, yeah. Good partner for him. Also another free-to-play card. Also a defensive stacker. So they could be a very good pairing. For something like the LGE, for something like IDBH. That Kaioken Goku's got it, obviously, but unfortunately they do share the exact same name, so that is something that you're going to have to keep in mind. This Super Saiyan 2 Goku shares Shattering the Limit with him, shares All in the Family, so you know, even though it's not as many links as other cards, it's definitely a really good linking partner for him. The Grandpa Gohan and Pan card, they share Shattering the Limit, Kamehameha, All in the Family. They're an interesting free-to-play card. They're maybe not the best, but I mean, it's a good option to have. Plus, they're a pairing partner for the Kamehameha team, which that SS2 Goku is not. This Goku here, he actually links pretty well with this Goku in first form, Saiyan Lineage, All in the Family. 2 really solid links for him, Shocking Speed. The only problem is this Goku loses All in the Family once he transforms. If he maybe lost something else, I would say he's definitely a very good partner to run with him. And obviously we can go to this Pan, and she's a very good partner as well. As we saw, they do share a decent amount of links. Beyond that, there's a couple options all over the place. You could go for this Grandpa Gohan. Hopefully once he gets an awakening, he will definitely be looking a lot better. There's also some really good supports that you can float on a Goku's family team that you can use, to kind of activate his link anyway. Like that that Gohan and Goku support card, like this Gohan as well that you can run. So having supports that activate your links, like, I mean, if you're gonna have 2 out of 3 floaters have All in the Family, you don't always need the main pairing to have it, so it does make it a pretty good option. Obviously that physical Goku we mentioned earlier is a good option. And then just talking about cards obviously I don't have, which I can try to show you. This Gohan here has All in the Family, which is also really, really good, and Saiyan Lineage. So when in doubt, you could always just link him with one of the best defensive walls in the game. Together they'll make a great stacking pair. They won't share a lot of links, but they activate their defense. They look a lot more impressive. So yeah, definitely a super solid option. Another link you could activate quite easily obviously is Kamehameha. It's a very, very good link to activate. It's a buff on super attack. This Goku is actually a pretty good linking partner for him as well. Obviously his links will change variously throughout his transformations, but he does have All in the Family for the most part. And beyond that, he shares most of Goku's key links, at least 1 or 2 at any given time, say in Lineage. So you could always pair him with transforming Goku. And yeah, I mean, overall, looking at this card, I think his damage was good once we started getting the agility orbs. Before we were getting the agility orbs, his damage was really low. I was thinking he's not that impressive, especially for a 100% unit. But if you link level him and you get those 3 agility orbs, he's going to be doing 2.5 million, which is good. It's really, really good. And his defense is also already, without the link leveling, at a decent space. Yes, he's not an insane card. He's not like on a DFE or like a baby LR level like some of these cards we're seeing. But you don't always need that. Sometimes you just need filler cards. You need this Goku, who's a great slot option for certain teams. You can float in on teams. I think that's perfectly fine. But yeah, guys, so that's going to be all from me about this Goku. I think if I had to give him a rating, I'd say he's like a 6.5, 6 out of 10 kind of card. He's useful, and he's got his uses, and he's got a good package. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, but otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. And until then, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, and bye!